Right. What, we need to do the claps.
Trying to do one. Don't Leah from Big Brother. That was my favourite. Do you know? Anyone remember Leah from Big Brother when she came into the Big Brother house? She waved at everyone like that, and you could hear the nails on the heel of her hand.
And that's how you do it, babe.
Have you been watching, or did you watch the most recent?
I haven't. I never got in. I haven't done. Is it Channel 5 now? Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I tuned out.
Yeah.
For me,
logged
Big
out,
Brother's the
girl.
glory days. It's like Big Brother 5 to 9 are the sweet spot.
I think it definitely died when it was like Gemma is a fat cunt.
Well,
I think that was
Gemma
like
is the fat
Gemma is a
cunt.
fat
well, where
cunt.
do you go from there?
Well, you can't.
Well, did you see the long-haired ginger guy?
Oh yeah, talking about Hitler.
What the fuck?
He said like Hitler
No.
had like all right policies.
That's
He
an
was-
argument that
he was kind of-
several crazies.
He
have
brought a
made over the
Thatcherite
years.
energy to
Yeah.
Big
Okay.
Brother.
But
Yeah.
he's been in Heartstopper.
What?
Yeah, he was in Heartstopper.
What, the thick one from
No,
Heartstopper?
he
No.
fucking hasn't.
And welcome to Straight Diva.
I didn't realise there were two gingers in Heartstopper. Anyway,
Yeah.
welcome to Talking Straight.
Oh yeah, welcome to Talking Straight
Period.
with Zooey Diva.
I thought we were going to do it's
Or
Zoo,
would you like
it's
it as
Lou,
Lagoon?
it's Zoo.
Sorry, what would you prefer it as?
Oh my God, great. What do we do?
Who
Okay,
am I?
okay.
Who?
Welcome to
Talking Straight.
with Lagoon / Zooey Diva.
Hi.
We told you all that we were going to get guests,
And we're here.
and we're here with a guest. We should do an intro, a really nice intro.
Take the reins.
Talking to us today is DJ extraordinaire, Baddie B. She's sometimes blue, but never sad. Gorgeous, smiley, the most beautiful man I've ever put my eyes on. No offense, Bill. And
Sorry, Bill.
all 7 foot, a beautiful tall drink, blonde. Lagoon /
Pretty
Zooey.
much. Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for having me. This is an honour.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
did you not want to wear the poppy that we provided?
You didn't give me a white one, so I said no.
Where's
I need your white poppy?
Where's
No.
yours?
Well, I haven't got one. You got
I'm not
one?
wearing mine on political reasons.
Okay.
It didn't go with
I
the
forgot.
look.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's past.
It's past.
Oh,
Do you want to do a 2 minute silence?
Remember
while I
the
go?
5th of November. How are you doing, Zooey?
I'm very well. We were just having a conversation earlier, kind of, like doll check-in vibes. I think I was saying this autumn for me has been better than previous autumns. The last
Period.
2 autumns, it's given like October 15th, full crash out.
Yeah.
This time around, this autumn's actually been quite joyful and quite fun and quite unserious, which I've thoroughly enjoyed. I think it's because there's light at the end of the tunnel. I'm leaving this miserable country for
I'm
3
getting
months
out.
on January 1st. So I'm kind of like, what's
I was
6
going to say,
weeks?
what's your secret? But it's like this kind of.
What's my secret?
There's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Being an avoidant 31-year-old gay man who gets on a flight whenever humanly possible.
It's
Like
coming
many
your
of my
way.
people.
It's
Yeah.
coming your way.
You're
Lulu.
next.
What's my secret
Yeah.
to getting through seasonal affective depression?
Yeah.
I think really like getting so doomy about it that your expectations can only be exceeded, that actually it's not that bad.
Yeah. That was the thing. I think because my 30th year, I had loads of huge expectations for what it was going to be and what it was going to look like. And then all of them were completely decimated.
Yeah.
And I started my 31st year in a pit, in a spiral of depression and anxiety. And I was like, okay, so for my 31st year, why don't I have no expectations and then be pleasantly surprised? And so far, 2.5 months in, it's kind of been going okay.
She's taking it.
She's taking it. I mean, also, I've been doing a lot less drugs. I've been doing a lot less drugs. I've been smoking a lot less weed. I've been, trying to look after myself a lot more. I've been doing a mixture of like very wholesome, lovely things. Salons with Sue and Laura,
Yeah.
eating fish and chips, watching Strictly.
Saying the most haggard things to each other, but
Yeah,
never to the
today's
public.
gonna be
Never
sent-
to the public.
Okay, so I was going to say, what have you filled the pit of serotonin with? But it's clearly salons.
Come on a bit strong, don't you? Sorry, what was
Yeah.
the question?
What have you filled the pit of drugs with?
Well, I think one of the things was, I think for a while what I thought that I wanted to do was, because career-wise, I've always done a lot of different things, and then I think I decided around this time last year that I kind of wanted to do like full-time DJ life, and so that was kind of what I put all my eggs in one basket, which is the first time I'd ever done that before, because I always did so many different things. That, it turned out, was not what I wanted to do. I gave it like a good go, but I think my head just, and so I think it's one of those things.
Being a touring DJ.
Yes.
Right.
And I think, it's one of those things where something that starts off as like a really fab hobby that gives you so much, kind of like creative energy and so much joy. The moment you start putting all the pressure on it of it being a full-time job, it can sometimes take all of the joy.
And
Taylor's old as time.
It just encourages such a unsustainable lifestyle as well.
Yes, hence the drugs.
That's the drugs, baby.
Yeah, and so I think I've changed my relationship to it and what my expectations are of it and what I want to get out of it, and I'm kind of returning now to a place where I'm trying to just kind of like find the joy in it again, and that has really helped. So I'm doing that, and that's actually kind of reaped some really nice benefits. I'm also working on some other things. Started my content series References.
Oh yes,
References.
Wake up, check out References now.
Check out References now. And that's been really good because I've always had a like analytical brain that's always required rigor. And I love doing research, and I've always been like a pop culture girl. And so the moment I started doing that again, I was like, oh, I've got to like read things and watch things and like keep filling my brain with things.
Yeah, but
We say we do a pop culture podcast, and we don't know. I wanted to ask, how is your bag so deep?
Again, you come on very strong, Louis.
At least 4 on 4.
Let me be.
Somebody get the Crisco. How is my bag so deep? I don't know.
What platforms were you on? Are you like are you a Tumblr girl?
Platforms was I
Yeah.
on?
Sniffies, Grinder.
I won't go.
Where have you been like spending hours? Clearly, like.
I don't know. I just
Digging.
I believe in like the horseshoe theory of autism, where if like autism's there, you go round and then back up the other end, I'm there.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm so not autistic that I'm almost autistic, if that makes sense, in terms of my ability to retain certain information. I had a Thomas the Tank Engine poster in my bedroom when I was 2, and my mum came into my bedroom once and would just point at the poster, and I'd be like, Annie, Clarabelle, Henry, Gordon. They're still there.
James, don't forget James.
No, don't forget. Listen, James was a baddie. It's that red one.
James had a bit of like.
James?
Was James the one with a
James.
frown?
No, there was.
Gordon was the
Gordon was
girl, wasn't
frowny.
she?
Yeah, she was a bit grumpier. I mean, I'm not sure if you ever watched the Thomas the Tank Engine movie, but there's an evil train in that
Called?
movie, which has got again. This is
But that's
past
like
the
we're
point.
pushing you now.
References.
Yeah.
Soon to be a references episode on Thomas the Tank Engine, the motion
That would
picture.
be fierce. When the
Would be
Beatles movie
fierce.
comes out,
I
Ringo
won't-
Starr.
Don't even
full-
get. I won't be watching that.
Hey, I said the same. We've already gone over this.
I'm really. Oh God. Here we go. This
Yeah.
is where the trouble starts. This is where the trouble starts, honey.
Nothing is sacred.
Yeah.
I've got those 4 gentlemen have been so overexposed.
Yeah, wake it up.
And we're in a kind of a pop cultural moment right now, and it's down where there is a kind of like a uniformity. It's like, and a kind of like social media obsession with those men and the men of their ilk. The kind of like the baby girl as boy styling.
Yeah.
The kind of like the slightly sort of kooky but instantly kind of, I don't know, like covetable kind of clothing that they're all wearing. And I think, and they make me all sick.
Is it like the Rat Boy? Do you know there was that phase, like the Rat Boy
Yes.
effect of all like?
Rat Boy, the musician.
No, like Rat Boy, like it was like a
King
category
Cole.
of men. Yeah, King. It was like your Josh O'Connors.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like vibe. Everyone started looking like a rat.
Right. Oh, sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, it's just
Which is fierce. I love, but
You
I
know-
think it has inundated the industry.
all of those boys in the Beatles movie, they're all also in kind of like movies about like sad gay men, which are all coming out.
So
this
we need to
Oscar
wait
season.
this
Let's go-
up.
let's go into it.
Yeah, but have you seen how they kiss and hug? It's so not gay. They kiss like this.
I'm just also,
What is that about?
I'm just also a bit
Fuck.
tired. I've been having this conversation with a couple of friends recently, and like the only gay movies that I've seen in like the last 5 years are the ones which people like clamor for and love. And yes, some of them are really fantastic, but I haven't seen a gay movie of late, especially because it's like straight men playing half the roles as well. Which I mean, again, I'm not like a purist on that. I think the right actor for the right job the majority of the time. But I'm just like, all of the gay movies that I have seen coming out, it's just two straight men looking forlorn on a poster, kind of sad, with like, there's like an old picture in the background and like sad violin music, and it's like,
and one of them's dead.
and I'm just like, where is like the fabulous, funny, hilarious, interesting, moving, sexy, positive movie about gay men's lives? It doesn't involve somebody dying, somebody having an alcohol problem, somebody having AIDS, war-torn lovers. It's
or like one of them being extremely masculine. What happened to two faggots being faggots?
Wake that up.
Well, it's tea though, isn't it? It's like, girl, like, do we need this masculine man who kind of hates himself and discovers that he likes himself? Because that's what I hate about, like, specifically like trans films and drag queen films, or it's like drag queen who is like slightly, I'm just dogging out a film there, but like, a feminine person dogging out a film, dancing in the club, and straight guy finds himself there, and then straight guy realizes that he loves her or him or whatever you are, and then he gets beaten up by his mate.
Halfway
beats
through.
him up,
Beats them up halfway through.
But it's a mess. It's a mess. I'm sick to death of seeing us like they're being made by gay people and then like enforcing this thing of like suffering.
It's a lot of light homosexual trauma porn done in a stylish way for the eyes of a sympathetic straight viewer,
progressive.
And I do believe that there is a way to what I desperately want as like a gay person who is like obsessed with film and also obsessed with gay representation on film and queer representation on film, because it obviously is so important and I like hunger for it. But I look at all the films that come out and I'm just like, God, it's like, it's also forlorn, it's also heavy, and like I understand like a lot of love stories are that way, but I'm also like, where is just like the fab, stylish, slightly un-PC, beautiful, tender, hilarious gay movie?
It's here.
It's all.
You're watching it
Yeah.
right now.
So it's like we're in a stage now where there's much more films and TV and art in the mainstream about gay people, but there's like and it's not, your problem isn't with even with the like it being straight actors playing it, it's that it's all like based on trauma porn, basically.
It's just, they're just all so sad. It's just sad gay movie after sad gay movie.
And like Queer, I didn't even watch Queer, but I think the thing is, if to sell a movie, if you have to get like a fit straightish guy to play gay to sell the film, then the rules are broken. Anyway,
Yes.
like I think we need to just stop making them all together. I'd rather not see them.
It's like,
Or it's slightly noncy. Call me by your name, nonce.
I do love that movie.
I've realised my guilty pleasure is Nancy films. Call Me By Your Name, Leon the Professional,
Nancy.
Lolita.
American Beauty.
Yeah.
Nancy.
Yeah.
There's one more that I can't remember, but
The Lovely Bones.
And they were lovely.
Like, listen, I watched Cruising recently. William
I haven't seen
Friedkin's I think it's William Friedkin from 1980. Al Pacino plays this undercover cop who goes into the underbelly of like the meatpacking district gay S&M scene. It was one of the most like moving, shocking, entertaining, thrilling films about gay life that I'd ever seen, and the movie came out 45
This
years
is the
ago.
thing.
And it's like, I haven't seen a movie that's like so kind of like guttural and raw and incredible and about gay life. And the fact that was made in 1980, like 1 year before, HIV and AIDS starts being prevalent in New York, and made by a straight man, starring a straight character, and yet it felt like the gayest thing I'd seen in such a long time. It's like, where is that energy now?
I know.
what was it called? Sorry.
Cruising.
Cruising.
And it's not my biography. It's not a biopic.
I just hope it changes, and of course, like, if it's a gay film, the only way to get a thing is either if you put what's his name, Miss
Josh
Scott
O'Connor.
in it, Josh O'Connor, Miss Scott, what's her name,
Andrew
Scott,
Yeah.
or Mrs. Tovey.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
I love them all, but like we need space for new. Where are the new fags?
Well, okay, pitch your film.
So my film. So my
I'm the
film,
star.
Yeah. So my film is
Sorry,
about,
this is you playing a gay man, by the way, in the movie.
So I've got a short back and sides. Picture that. Oh God.
I'm in.
Close your eyes. Short back and sides. I'm kikiing about. I'm going about Dalston. I'm just having a good time. And it's just slowly, it's my life over 10 years, just slowly starting a career in fashion.
When you say
And
when
in
you
the
say
end-
walking around Dalston, it's you standing outside Dalston Superstore with a Molotov cocktail, throwing it through the front door, and then locking it.
Yeah.
And filming the fire,
Sorry.
incinerate everybody from
What-
the inside.
But there's no happy ending.
Yeah, that's it.
No, that is the happy.
Yeah. Who would play you in a film? Because Bailey J. Mills would have to play me.
I would pay so much money to see
Same.
that. Who would play me in a film? Whenever everybody plays the game about like who's like the lookalike or whatever, I'd never know who. I never know who mine is. Who would I want to play?
Yeah.
Me to play in a film.
I think it's easy to get lost and go too lookalikey.
Yeah, because who I would want to play me in a film is maybe a bit different. I mean, my God, who would be good? It would have to be. Come back to me.
Okay.
Lou.
Me?
Yeah.
Jack Harlow.
Yeah, fair dues. Fair
Benson
dues.
Boone.
Yeah. Wake it up.
Fuck.
Benson Boone.
Oh my God, that's who should do the biopic about straight divas: Benson Boone and Ethel Cain. That is a movie I would watch in a New York minute.
And yeah, fair dues. I would actually watch that.
That would be fab.
Okay,
That
so
would
you
be
won't
good.
be watching the Beatles movie.
No, that's
Okay.
not. I'm not interested in
And
that.
why do you think it's kind of this like such a kind of mysterious, overblown thing? Like,
I just those actors to me are very oversaturated,
Yeah.
and you know, I think that like the general consensus is that they're all baby girl and they're all endearing and they're all these kind of like tokens of people who they're kind of like in the zeitgeist now, and they're these kind of like totems of what's kind of considered to be a kind of like a quintessential kind of like attractiveness in men.
Right.
They're kind of held up. You know, it's like you walk down fucking Broadway Market and everyone's doing their like 2-bit rocket vintage version
Yeah.
of the looks and of the vibe.
Right.
And it feels kind of monolithic. And also, I fucking hate the Beatles.
Wake it up. That's the reason why I
well,
would not
maybe
watch
they're kind of all these like, these idealized versions of modern men. They're like soft and charming.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why the Beatles were so successful. Well, for many reasons, but maybe that was kind of, they were the proto soft,
It's the
performative male.
It's the McDonald's theory,
Yeah.
which is let's make this as bland and as general
Sellable.
for as many people as possible. Which is why you look at, it's like Miss Taylor Swift. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like let's make this as low risk, high reward as possible, so as many people will want to tap their card and buy it. And that's
Weird.
that's just not what I'm interested in. And I hate the Beatles
What
music.
about Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, Zoe?
I've never listened to that album.
They
I
get
think that's
weird. They get
fine.
weird. I
I think that's
promise.
fine.
You know what?
Do they have a Shy Girl feature?
Wake that up.
Sue was like,
Honestly.
when we were talking about them the other day, Sue was like, and 2 of them are dead.
Yeah. Wake it up.
They
Well, go to
They
sleep.
literally died.
Are those scenes in the movie?
Well, exactly. Yeah. Do they die in the film?
I'd watch The Doorstepping any day of the week.
What's doorstepping?
John Lennon was shot on his doorstep.
Oh, right. Bloody hell.
Zoe, how does it feel to be an NTS adjacent person that is it goes on, that is friends with someone who thinks Cher Lloyd and Jessie J is the true peak of artistry?
Listen, anybody who knows me knows that I'm all about the high-low.
Intellectualizing reality TV.
Listen, I come from a place where I come from
very humble beginnings.
famously. I come from a place where Massive Attack, Unfinished Sympathy, and With Your Love, Cher Lloyd can be in the same playlist.
And that's
I don't think
100%.
those two things are mutually exclusive.
No.
And I actually think, and coming back to Bailey J. Mills, it's like Bailey J. Mills to me is an example of somebody who is like, I'm so allergic to you, my love.
Sophie's just gone on Zoom.
I'll be coming out in hives. Live on cam. I just like, to my mind, Bailey J. Mills is like the quintessential person who takes those things that are considered lowbrow or kind of like, you know, base UK pop culture.
Yeah.
And she has like an alchemic way that she performs, which makes them so nuanced and so funny and has reached so many people because she clearly has this incredibly subversive, interesting, intellectual take on these things.
Right.
And so, you know, obviously NTS is like renowned for having this like cultural cachet and, you know, like, and platforms some you know, obviously incredible people who work with like a lot of nuance and a lot of, you know, and kind of do things in a very left field way. But you know, it's like when I did my last NTS show on there, I played you know, RuPaul and Lady Gaga performing on the Muppet Show.
Fashion.
Because those fashion
Looking good and feeling fine.
because I think, you know, it's like, and I think all those things can fit together.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's my one gripe with NTS, and like in one hand, I love it for it because I feel like they've mastered the kind of niche music nerds. This is like my specialty. I love this. It's weird and left field. But on the other hand, I feel like they don't. Just because you're seriously passionate about music doesn't mean it has to be. I sometimes wonder if it's too backward looking, and I sometimes wonder if it's just a bit serious. And I feel like, yeah, one thing I've always had a problem with of like alternative music spaces is that like, and I feel like it's starting to change, and I wonder if you feel the same, that like pop is now cool, and it's cool to like intellectualize pop. But like in the same breath, I sometimes feel like these publications or stations like NTS or Pitchfork, like they just because you're like really passionate about music doesn't mean you have to be like a snob
For sure.
or super serious, basically.
Completely. I mean, I think that's, but listen, many such cases, 'twas ever thus. How many more have I got? Do you know what I mean?
This
It's
is
like,
the thing.
there's always, you know, there have always been kind of like ecosystems which have kind of, you know, which have platformed and kind of spoken about artists, and that whole idea of, you know, a kind of like a rarefied take or a left field take of something which has like always been there. I remember when I like moved back to London after uni and was like doing hokey cokey horrible drag, and had like just started with Prestige Pack, my lovely crew of besties, and you know, London at that time was just full of like chin strokey white guys who would kind of like go to Boiler Room HQ and not dance and just kind of like nod, and the entire thing was very, very stush. And we were always like, this is bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
these guys are losers. This isn't very fun. And I feel like pendulums kind of like swing in like various ways, don't they? It's kind of like, you know, there's kind of like a vogue for things being more serious, and there's like a vogue for things being more unserious. I think right now you're right. Pop is cool. I mean, again, Miss Charlie had like a big thing to do with that Pink Pantheress.
Yeah, period.
Like, you know, there are artists who are really amazing at kind of like blending. Again, this idea of like high and low. This idea of things which are like considered bass, and this idea of things which are considered like incredibly, you know, left field's not the right word, but like advancing the culture. And I think that's a good thing. I'm not a big fan of seriousness in any
wake it up.
capacity.
And do you carry that? Well, you do carry that into your sets when you're playing out.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, you know, she tried to. Literally me on like the verge of retirement. No, there was like, I think, yes, when I started specifically for me, there was a group of DJs that I was inspired by: Manara, AG, Sippin' Tea, Nadine Noor, who are, you know, incredible, amazing DJs who were able, to my mind, to kind of like blend an incredible mixture of like really fab, incredible club music with moments that would like make you smile. And to my mind, that was always like what I wanted to do. And then obviously, because I was like doing drag as well, there was already a slight element of unseriousness in the room.
Yeah, heavy on
because, you know, I was blue. So, and there would be I'd be DJing for a lot of like straight men, especially in like the early days, and they'd kind of be like, what the fuck is going on?
But I even think that they're like, I know we've been friends for years, but I think even when like the Christmas time pulls out, the amount of like brands and people that pay to do the Christmas parties
Yes.
for like straight men, because at the end of the day, those straight men are like insidious and boring. I think the fun, like you were saying, almost like this kind of like lowbrow kind of kind of element is the thing that ultimately people are fucking gasping for too. And I think that's the reason why you were the first drag queen to do a boiler room.
Wake it up.
Wake it up.
Yeah.
But you want to talk about unseriousness because, again, Boiler Room, to my mind, at least it had been for so long, it had been like considered a very kind of like, it had been considered very serious and very chin strokey.
Yeah.
And you know, it's even worse now. Like the whole kind of DJing culture and kind of like how it surrounds it is like so sickening to me at points. And like, oh, girl, okay.
No, this is good.
Wake it up.
That Diet Coke's kicked in though. But, you know,
I'm having a panic attack.
But you know, it's so in the ether now. There's like hyper focus on DJing in a way that it really wasn't when I started, and you know, it was kind of maybe just bubbling away when I did my Boiler Room in 2022. But I was so intent on kind of doing that show and getting into that space, so that I could kind of be like, this can also be a place of levity, and this can also, which is why my first song in my set was "Deeper Shade of Blue" by Steps.
Wake it up.
yeah.
Because I was like, there's just been, you know, it's just so like.
Which you referenced the Florentino edit of in references.
Which Lil C, my best friend and host of that night, had custom made for the show.
Wow.
Because weirdly enough,
Yes.
Florentino wasn't planning on making a Steps edit before the Boiler Room. That was something that we had.
Yeah.
That was something that we asked him to do, and he very kindly said yes. But I don't know. I think I've just always been aware, and it's also about me. It's like I feel like at certain points I can lean very much into kind of like taking myself too seriously, and then I have to catch myself. And I feel like spaces that take themselves too seriously, I've always found really cloying and dull, and I feel like I have no choice but to kind of be like, this is bullshit, isn't it? And so. Yeah, and I knew that Boiler Room would annoy a load of people.
Yeah.
And it did, and that was precisely my intention. Because it's like, you know, DJing is not a monolith. It's not one thing. There is not one way to do it. There's like not one way to be in nightlife. And for a while, it really felt like there had been. And actually, Boiler Room at that time was really amazing at kind of giving, you know, it's like so many fab people, like, you know, Artie, Zalil. You know, when we did like the Sugar Babes, it was like there was a real fab moment.
That was so fierce when you played your edit of Real Girl. Real Girl?
Oh yes,
So by Mutya.
which we made the night before.
Yeah, it was so fierce. When that dropped, babe, everyone went nuts.
I thought I'd get in trouble for that as well because, you know, obviously the Sugar Babes, well, number one, there were 6 of them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like you were going to have a favourite, but Mutya was always...
Mutya's the girl.
I remember Mutya was my dad's favourite. I remember listening to the Sugar Babes in the car on the way to school one day, and my dad being like, oh, God, I love Mutya.
And Mutya's
I
a
love
manager
Keisha.
as well, I think.
Is she?
I think so.
A manager?
Yeah, like an artist.
Mutya managers? Who?
Well, I think I couldn't tell you, but she at least had a period of being a successful.
Fab.
Artist
God,
manager.
she's sick.
I think that's right. Zoe, why do you think Sue? I think will never be a successful DJ.
I think I've been catching strays this whole
I've had the pleasure of seeing Sue
Yeah.
DJ. Sue's
I've got
actually...
pioneers up there. Behind the
Oi!
curtain.
Sue's actually in a cult DJ duo.
Yeah, and
called
awful.
the Chuckle Sisters.
Yeah. It is true.
Who I've seen DJ
Yeah.
a couple times.
Yeah.
Sister.
Laura.
I've seen Laura and Sue had I think it was a Titmus one year.
Yeah.
Which for those of you who don't know, cult party to celebrate Sue's boobs.
Yeah. Every year. I'm all right.
But Laura and Sue DJ'd just the Chuckle Sisters a couple times. Listen, the song selections were
Song selections were
A1.
there. Mixing.
But listen,
Who
Cares?
needs-
Mixing there.
but song selection's the most important
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
It was
Everything
fierce.
else, it was fierce.
It was good.
What can you hear in a Chuckle Sisters set?
Chuckle's a set. We usually start with Chuckle Vision to enter.
But the
there was
Baile
one
Funk
year-
header.
Yeah. We like ran away like
Cha
yeah.
No, don't.
Honestly,
Somebody somewhere's
like obviously
written
we
up.
announced that we were going to do it, and then Florentino did an edit for us.
No way.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I'm lying. Me when I lie. But we
Who was on the
originally
set
we
list?
planned to play that and then run around the room. It was kind of performance
Dude,
art
this
vibes.
sounds amazing.
It really was amazing, and we
Yeah.
dressed the same. Me and Laura, we had the same glasses. There was one year where my dad gave us a bunch of like cricket kit, and we wore like cricket kit. Can you remember that one?
Yes, because then I borrowed that cricket kit for
For
the
a shoot,
lagoon, for the lagoon
exactly.
shoot where I wore the red pumps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I actually think you might need to bring that back.
Chuckle Vision, I know. Chuckle System.
I mean, you
Because-
know what would be a slay at the Sue, I think, sold-out show, which is happening in a couple of weeks' time? A cappella, super slowed down, you a piano, the Chuckle Vision theme song. From beginning to end.
Don't eat.
Because even though my question was unnecessarily rage baity,
Yeah.
I do think the reason, as you've told me, you find DJing boring. But
I think it is boring.
if you made it
No
into that
shade.
like of a performance, or like made it just a laugh, I think
yeah.
I think you'd love
But I
it.
still think inherently, I think also what then goes with the point that you've both been making about like NTS and kind of like what is higher and what's like lower and etc. etc. I think why you're so good at it, and also like people like Bailey J. Mills are so good at it, is because I feel like to take the piss out of something, you also have to be good at it. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like I feel like with DJing, like I'm actively not that good of a DJ,
Right.
and so I think I wouldn't feel comfortable enough taking the piss out of something. Whereas like with people like Bailey J. Mills, or when you've DJ'd, like you're like deconstructing and remaking what it is. And like you said, it's not a monolith. And so I think in that sense, it's like that's the reason why it isn't given for me, because I am actually inherently a bad DJ.
Mm-hmm.
If like the whole thing was me being a bad DJ, wake it up.
Right.
But like,
And listen,
until
there's
that point,
plenty of DJs who have made that,
Oh,
that
babe.
whole thing as well.
I can stand there with some headphones on.
Listen, that's it these days.
Yeah.
2025, it's like fab look, headphones on,
Dance.
yeah, dance, put the
Yeah.
playlist on,
Yeah.
Then we're
go.
there.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
And listen, may those people have loads of success, honey.
And they are.
And they are.
There they are.
No, they are.
Um,
No. The talented ones are the girls in the breadline, honey.
Yeah. Hello.
Wake that up.
Yeah.
Zoe, we probably have a lot of kind of aspiring DJs, maybe embarrassed DJs, because obviously everyone's kind of
Yeah.
Trans.
tuned in.
And I listenership.
No, everyone's
Aw.
tuned into
Yeah.
this dogma that there are too many DJs,
Oh,
which
fabulous.
obviously isn't true.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. Let's get your take on that.
Ah!
Listen, okay.
I think everyone should be a DJ.
I'm having. Okay, cool.
What do you?
Thanks. No. Listen, everybody should do whatever they want to do. 100%. I'm somebody who's probably thinking that in the next few years, I probably won't be doing it anymore.
Okay.
I'm thinking that I'm kind of, there are other things that are maybe piquing my interest. I have this conversation with a couple of my best Judies, and they're all kind of saying the same thing as well, that they're kind of thinking that it was fab, it was amazing, we had a great time to do something else. I think, like all things, it's like lovely Ethan, right, who did
Yeah.
the amazing View from the Bridge take
Yeah,
about
amazing.
DJs a year ago, and about, you know, and about talking about how his mum wasn't in any way involved in kind of like the creative scene, but was adjacent to it, and kind of
yeah.
like, and contributed so much to that space simply because of her personality and
Yeah.
because of who she was. And I think because of things like TikTok and because of cultural social media and blah, 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 this onus on having to kind of like do a cool, cunty job
Yeah.
is like through the roof, and like now more than ever. I think if you want to be a DJ, sure, 100% be a DJ. It feels like there are more and more spaces to be a DJ, and so do whatever. What I've found as I've got older, though, is, and that as my tastes have matured, and my palette, I feel like, has gotten slightly more, I don't know, it kind of craves something it maybe didn't 5 years ago. And something I truly believe is that, like, the true artist as DJ people, and I do think that there are DJs who are artists and that's their medium, they're going to continue being amazing. And I'm not worried
And
about
we
that.
can't catch them.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
But you can't, though, because there are people out there who are truly kind of like transcendent at what they do, and like truly kind of take, which is why I like fell in love with it, because the people who I looked up to were like, it was like alchemy. It was like something I'd never seen. But there are going to be those people who buy the controller from what's it called? Backdraft? What was that thing I bought my phone from the other day?
Back market.
Back market.
Blow your back out market.
Blow your back out market.
You can claim that.
Not backdraft. Security. Old person in the building. People are gonna kind of like tap away and do their kind of like fun, funky blend, and that's
Yeah.
gonna be cool as well. I think, like with all crafts and like with all things, I do think that like kind of doing a check-in with yourself before you do anything, thinking about the reasons why you want to do something and what is like super duper important, because we live in an era now where people are doing things for kind of like strange, misguided, weird reasons all the time, and then I don't know, they get in trouble or they're shit at it, or whatever.
Honestly.
And but I still believe that talent breaks through, and if you're fab at something, you should 100% do it.
Yeah.
And the people who are successful a lot of times are successful because they're great.
I think this is the thing. I actually had a meeting the other day with somebody who works in social media, and they were like asking about and we were talking about social media just as much as like any creative job. And I can't believe that people aren't seeing it like something that is a timeline. Like ultimately, I'm so grateful we have this and we can make this like last as long as we can make it last. But ultimately, at the end of the day, like the way influencer is, or presenter, or creator, or even musician, DJ. You're fab for 5-10 years, and then after the 10 years, it's like we love to see you still on the scene, but there's someone fresher and hotter.
Listen, Sean Faye said it best. Okay, drag's over, DJing's over, and then she looked at me and went, and I would agree.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm probably not going to be doing drag for that much longer,
Yeah.
and I'm probably not going to be DJing for that much longer. There are incredible DJs working, and I'm going to name some now. OK Williams, Jossie Mitsu,
Oh, yeah.
Sherelle,
Period.
Amalia, Nyx, Seb Odyssey. Some truly incredible DJs out there who are masters of their craft and true scholars, inside their brain. You remember that clip from Revenge of the Sith where they walk into the Jedi library? And it's just glowing
For sure.
row after glowing row after row of spiritual tomes
Right.
full of knowledge. These people's brains
Yeah.
have that with
Yeah, yeah,
music. Those people I would like to be DJing into the apocalypse because they're truly talented and amazing at what they do. And there are loads more who I haven't said. Half Queen, Seafrim, Malaysia, etc., etc. Those people are all amazing. And they should continue on. I think that, I hope that in 20 years' time, they are the people who are kind of, I don't know, who are the DJ, the Benji Bs or whatever.
Yeah.
Those
Okay.
Yeah.
They've got a show.
Legacy,
They've got a show on
legends.
Six Music that's really cool.
Right, exactly.
Right.
They just,
What Sherelle already does.
well, exactly. Exactly, and I did an interview on that show,
Yes,
which
you
went up on
did.
the BBC
And you
Six
got
Instagram.
absolutely
and I got
annihilated.
read for filth
Turned off
by,
them
Oh,
comments.
no.
by alt-left Middle England.
Yeah.
The Six Music dads came for you.
The Six Music Dags came from me. Why is he blue?
Oh,
I
you
don't
mean
fucking know.
Why is he fucking blue?
Why is it? Oh God! What's going on here
They're
then?
not so progressive after all.
Absolutely
No.
not. Well, that's what happens when you listen to the Smiths.
if a 10-ton bus, baby?
But yeah, those people should continue forever.
Okay.
I also think that there is legitimacy in kind of doing something for a bit and then
Yeah,
moving on and finding
exactly,
something else to do.
Period. So what do you want to move into?
Hell yeah.
Pone. Pone, OnlyFans,
Yeah, it's
building.
Soap opera.
oh my God, telenovela.
Yeah, oh, wake it up.
What do I want to move into? I think the thing which I've actually been putting off for a really long time is, again, coming back to this idea of rigor and trying to do things which are maybe kind of like mulch my brain a little bit more. I want to kind of get into and kind of really do. I'm really sorry. Oh my God, she's hanging on for dear life.
Sophie, get lost.
Sophie, you little fucking tart. Fuck off.
Sophie, I'm so sorry.
Just
I think she farted as
Yeah,
well.
I know, she absolutely did.
Is that why you wanted to open a window earlier?
Yeah.
Because when you said that, I was like, Sue, if you've got
If something to say.
a flare up going, just let us know.
Just my leg. It's itching.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah, it does. Sorry, guys.
It's all right. I didn't know cats farted like that.
Yeah, this
But
one
of
does.
course they do.
Yeah.
Um,
So you want to go into veterinary, right?
yeah, I want to be a vet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's your poppy? So stupid. No, I think the thing which has always brought me loads of joy is. I think the thing that's always brought me loads of joy is doing long form interviews with people who I love who are creative. That's the thing that's always the thing that I've always come back to and
Yeah.
the thing that I've always done the most consistently. And so next year I think there's going to be a plan to kind of do that in a way that feels a lot more kind of established and regular. That is the plan.
Where you want to move into?
Exactly. I'm
Gorgeous.
going to do my little tour at the beginning of this year and play some shows and then come back and then it's going to be hit the ground running.
Plug
tease
yourself,
with that.
girl. Who else have you interviewed? Let us know. 'Cause
Yeah.
Oh, good point. Who's good?
You know who the girls like on this pod.
Who?
They lure Charlie XTX.
I have interviewed her.
You have?
Yes.
What?
I did
Yeah.
her album launch party a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God. With
Crash?
You
or-
might have to bleep out her
Yeah.
name.
Who did you do it with?
Well, I did it with Cheska,
Cheska.
obviously my bestie, but we interviewed...
Oh, some queens were there.
Well, listen, some of the queens
Just
there were
taking note
lovely.
of the time code.
Some of the queens there were lovely. One queen there, one could say the head queen of London, was a total rat bag. See you next Tuesday.
Really?
Yes. Whose name is, and you will bleep this, but her name is...
Oh, yeah, she's a cunt anyway.
Oh.
You know when me, you, and Laura say nasty girl?
Yeah, she's a nasty girl.
She's the nastiest girl.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of hers. She tried to kind of read me and Cheska out on a live stream. I know. And then Cheska, thank God, read her the fuck back. And the scales felt balanced.
Period.
But yeah, again, you want to talk about one of the problems with DJing. You want to talk about the problems of being in nightlife for 20 years. It will sour your brain,
your brain.
like a Chinese
Your
clock.
view of humanity.
Yeah, no, literally, when you're that starved of sunlight, at a certain point, the brain starts curdling.
Switching.
The green room politic.
Yeah, no, she wasn't particularly nice to us on that day, and I did enjoy her. But Charlie XCX was fab. We did a what's it called, a this or that game with her.
Oh, bring them back.
No.
Where have they gone?
Honestly.
2022 was a good year.
It was.
It was like she really got. I mean, also the woman was probably tired as fuck. And was probably,
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to these two morons for an hour about whatever. But she was actually very nice and sweet, and it was fab. So yeah, interviewed her, interviewed Oliver Sim and Romy when they had their solo projects out, which was amazing, really great.
Jojo Siwa.
Jojo Siwa.
No way.
Wake up.
Oh yeah, baby, and met her mum. You want to talk momager?
She must be
Jenner moved
militant.
over.
She must be militant.
Yeah.
Perched, the most perched woman in the Mighty Hoopla green room ever. Sat, full black outfit, kind of like black off the shoulder top, matching black stretch trouser. Amanda Lepore, 5 meters away. Honestly, the stars were out.
They were there.
What did
yeah,
Jojo Siwa's mum think of South Bermondsey?
She loved it. She had an incredible cortado. She had an incredible cortado, and she loved Avalon Cafe. She was really into Avalon Cafe.
She got a full vegan fryer.
No, she did. She's a huge fan of Gom as well. Really big fan. State Off is her favourite producer. That's an in-joke for the DJ producer crowd at home.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, stream State Off's new album. It's absolutely incredible. Jojo Siwa's mum loves it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jojo Siwa was, a dream. Loreen.
Yeah.
Russell T Davis,
Period.
he was fab. Lady Bunny was major.
Period.
No, I've had some really good guests over the years.
The last 3 are gay people.
Yeah, didn't literally. It was like, what? Thanks, darling.
Lady Bunny knew.
I know
Life
we're like
Legend.
telepathic
Yeah.
at this point.
You won Eurovision twice, Loreen. Russell
What?
T. Davis wrote Doctor Who.
Won Eurovision twice. Where's she from?
Sweden.
and then Lady Bunny is like RuPaul's best friend.
Oh, sweet.
There we go.
Legend.
Legend icon star.
Speaking of podcasts, if you want a really good podcast episode to
She's
listen to,
funny.
there is an
Please.
episode of Lady Bunny shows up stoned to some radio station in New York, and it's an episode with her and Bianca Del Rio.
Okay. Another drag queen. Very
Thank
funny.
you.
And it's an hour and a half of them going back and forth, and Lady Bunny is high off her tits. This woman is so stoned. She doesn't know if she's coming or going, up or down. And I remember listening to it for the first time. I think I was drunk. That's when I used to drink off 5 or 6 Aperol spritzes. So obviously couldn't sleep because of all the sugar pumping through my veins. And I remember I held my stomach laughing. I was bent double because I could
sick.
not stop laughing. So yeah, Lady Bunny, amazing, everything. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else good. Those are the biggies off the top of my head. And then loads of D-listers.
Yeah.
Those are just irrelevant, stinky.
And then Vox Pops.
Loads of people who aren't alive anymore.
Yeah.
So when you undertake this kind of new interviewing venture, well, I shouldn't say new, but maybe it will be a show of some kind.
Yes.
What kind of medium will it be, do you think?
I think it will probably be in the podcast format.
Let's go.
Nice.
There were various times where a podcast was going to be made and we were going to do something, and then it ended up happening for whatever reason, this, that, and the other, credit crunch, COVID, a breakup. You know. But the timing is right now, and I don't know. I'm just like I just feel that it's just always it's the thing that people tell me I'm the best at doing.
Period.
Not DJing, which I've been doing full time.
Which has been my job for years.
Like, yeah, you're all right at that, but like the interviewing's
I
really
love it when
Yeah.
you talk.
Yeah, exactly.
I love you chatting.
When the music comes off and he
Yeah.
starts talking, that's when he's at his best. So I'm listening to the universe on that one.
Okay.
So that's the plan.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And how do you think we rate as interviewers?
Major.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah, incredible. It's giving Dick and Dom in the bungalow.
Honestly. I better not be Dick, because I'm tucked today here.
Well, I know you're Dom. From our group chat, honey.
Wake it up! Should we do some agony aunts?
Let's do some agony on.
Oh,
Yeah.
people with problems.
So basically, we wanted to run through. We wanted to keep agony aunts moving into the straight talking with,
Yeah.
because we think that we sometimes get sick of helping people, and we know that you're
Yeah.
really good at it.
And we want to push our unqualified burden onto others.
Yeah.
So do we want? Yeah.
Great idea. Sounds amazing. I'm down. Oh, actually, can I have a quick wee?
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
I've been gurgling away.
please
with that
do.
Diet Coke.
Right. So do we want the really quick, fast ones, or do we want like?
Let's start with some.
Do you want the stories?
Why don't we warm up with a couple fast ones
people-
just to get out? Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
God, people really do have problems.
Yeah.
Why don't we start with a couple fast ones
Okay,
just to warm
couple
up and
fast
then
ones.
quick fire therapy vibes.
Really fancy my best friend of 10 years. Should I tell him? 30-year-old non-binary spinster here, AMAB.
No. Go to therapy, you freak. No, I'm kidding. No, but that's not a healthy amount of time to have unrequited love for anybody.
Yeah. That wake it up.
I'm
That's
sorry,
really
it's
smart.
not.
Yeah.
But how would you know if it's unrequited if you've never professed it?
Great question.
But
I'm pro.
see, I'm pro it, but then me and Laura, me and Zooey share a mutual friend called Laura, who I've both spoken about Zooey and Laura on the pod. And there was one time where me and Laura were just convinced we were in love with each other. So we proceeded for about 3 weeks to date, and it was really strange.
And when I went over to the house that you were both, and you guys broke the news
we were
to me.
nesting.
When you went, don't make me throw up in my mouth. When when you guys broke the news to me over some broccoli rock one night. Oh my God.
Is that cocaine?
No, it's oh god, it's
No,
crack.
it's smack.
No, it's fish and chips.
Might
Wait,
as
no.
well be smack. It's so
I know.
good.
No.
Best fish and chip shop in South East.
Zooey, you need to use your perspective here because, like, do it from the third friend perspective of like if she's gonna ask out her friend and they go on a couple dates, give the best friend perspective of like what you had to go through when Sue and Laura.
I was about to say I felt left out, but in fact I was relieved.
Then fuck off for a bit.
Yeah, I was like, oh, great, finally the group chat's going to go quiet.
Ah!
Can't wait. I think if you have been in love with your friend for 10 years
And unable to tell them.
and unable to tell them, I think you've maybe got to investigate why you've been unable to tell them a little bit more. I think maybe before you go ahead and tell them, I think it could be quite good to break down all of the reasons why you've been so reticent to say anything up to this point. And I think you've also got to think about short term and long term, and you've got to think about what you want with this person in a year's time, 5 years' time, 10 years' time. Because I think it's all well and good to pull the Band-Aid off and be
Yeah.
like, I'm in love with you.
But you could lose them.
Yeah, and also, feelings pass.
Yeah.
Not to be like non-romantic about
it's
it,
true though.
but like maybe just shag about a bit.
Yeah.
I think it all depends on risk versus reward, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
How long are they?
Yeah.
How many friends do you have?
These are important.
Yeah.
Do you have enough friends?
Yeah. If you lost
Big,
them, you're
big
fine.
for this one. Big factor.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No. Oh, it was really exposing me. Anyway,
Should we on to the next?
maybe.
Just a subtle one. To Zoo, Lou, and Sue. Does it ever get better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hesitance.
I've got an idea of who asked that question.
Is just you don't know them? Like,
But how do they know it was us? All three of us?
Well, they did just put Sue, but I just thought I'd include include you all.
I was going to say, is that Laura?
No.
Because if so, the answer's no. Does it get better? Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But you've got to do a lot of work on yourself along the way.
Exactly.
Right. We're going to move to 2 more longies and call it. Right, so the first
Long,
one.
windy ones.
Hi, Zoo, Sue and Lou. Love the pod. It's honestly the highlight of my week. I'm currently back living in rural Scotland after finishing art school. On the job hunt and bored out my mind. I wanted to get your thoughts on the eternal creative dilemma. Do I move back to a city, work in hospo and try to build up my creative practice on the side? Bracket, cheap rent but endless small talks about flat whites, bracket. Or do I throw myself into some random creative adjacent job, probably get burnt out, probably cry in a prep bathroom, but maybe make the contacts that actually make my career moving? Basically, which is the lesser evil? Customer service misery or creative industry chaos? I know Sue's an ex-barista and Louie's done her time in the music biz. So I'd love to hear what you think. Send in love and mild existential dread from rural Scotland.
Great question. Zoe, do you want to start or?
I think what I would say is that in my experience, having worked loads in hospitality and having to work a load of jobs that I didn't really like, is that one of the things that working in hospitality did do, because it can be so monotonous and so boring, is I would stand behind the counter at the Tate Britain members room giving Steve McQueen a croissant first thing in the morning. And I would, after the suicidal ideation went away,
What croissant did he get?
plain.
I would have thought at least an hour.
I know, chic, actually. We expect nothing less. What I would say is it gives you a lot of time to ideate and to plan and to be creative in a way where I don't have it the same way.
Do you know what? That actually so facts.
Because your brain goes into this other place when you're doing those kind of monotonous
Mundane jobs.
those mundane jobs where you really start kind of thinking and planning and preparing.
Yeah.
And what I would say to this person is, having been on both sides of the coin, I'd say doing hospo, and then if you're lucky enough to have the time where you're shifted in a way where you still have a couple days or you have a weekend or whatever to be able to do your own shit, that balance between clocking in, clocking out, firming it and hating it, while also having enough time to kind of slowly, incrementally work away at the thing that you love and start the planning process, I would say is the best way. Because the
100%.
burnout from like the high, intense creative agency nightmare thing
And
is
they're not
too
9 to
real.
5s either. That's like creative agency is like you'll be there all night.
6 till 10, honey.
Yeah, that's a joke. So I think you're right. Because also as well, it gives you chance and space to dream. And I've never been more determined than when I was working in a cafe.
Yeah.
Like,
And also if your friends are all kind of doing the same thing, you know, it's like when I left uni and came back and we were all working in hospitality, there was, you know, it's like we're all on the same, there's a kind of like, there is a communality there when you and all of your friends are working in jobs that you kind of hate and you like go to the pub after work and you're like, fuck this. But then also at the same time on your days off, you're all sitting in the cafe, working together, building
talking
something
about how you're
together.
going to get out.
It strengthens
Making
friendships.
a DJ collective.
Period. Working at a creative agency, you will make no long-lasting friendships,
Yeah.
I would argue.
Yeah.
Well, but it doesn't have to be a creative agency.
No.
But I agree that like time-wise, and then the mundanity of like or simplicity maybe of like a hospitality job could definitely help. There's also like pay, like an entry-level industry job. You probably actually might get paid better per hour. You probably definitely get better pay per hour if you did a hospitality job.
Yeah.
The only, because I'll be devil's advocate, the industry job would give you contacts. It's like, obviously it would be better to have contacts that were just your friends, but like it could open you up into circles, especially if like you're not from London.
Yes.
But that's not to say that you can't meet people in the relevant industry by not working at a space like that.
This person's in rural Scotland.
Yeah.
So, in my personal experience as well, I've been lucky enough to be born and raised in London, but I think, you know, people flock to cities for a reason, even if they just get the train, stay the night and come home. I say go to the club.
Yeah, get to the club, go meet the girls.
Smoking area.
Go to the club, sit in the smoking area and meet the girls.
Do ketamine.
The number, literally, MCAT, flavour of the month.
Yeah. Tina, if you dare say.
You don't need to do drugs.
Yeah, you don't need to do drugs.
Don't. Really don't. I think if you're creative, immersing yourself in the club in some way it's not even me saying this because I work in nightlife. It's the tried and true way to meet people of like-mindedness to you. And people who are kind of like, you know, just starting, trying to figure it out, want to collaborate, want to kind of make stuff. The clubs still have that energy. The clubs will always have that energy.
Yeah.
So I would say, I don't know where you are in rural Scotland, but get to Glasgow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Speak.
one final thing I'd like to say is, working like an industry job can. A thing I've definitely been guilty of is like, oh, if I work an industry job, like I'll have contacts or something. You basically go down this rabbit hole of like I'll generalize, or like with us, I think of like social media and how I work in social media. It's like if I get good at social media, and at a certain point, you just got to think like, well, why don't I just do why don't I get better at making music? Like you can overgeneralize.
For sure.
But I think one good thing that an industry job can give you is like a knowledge of the industry. Although I will say, you have a pretty great knowledge of the industry, having never worked an industry job.
Yeah, but
And
I
how
did
did you do
study it
that?
though. I studied it.
And do you think it was studying it that gave you that?
I met a lot of people in
Right,
industry
okay.
through that.
But also,
But then I was in the club also, so this is also
Right.
it's like a mixture. Like you couldn't get me out the club.
But also, you're so interested in music and music lore and artistic lore, and your brain is like a sponge for, you know, people's eras and people's moments, and you're such a kind of like a scholar of people's artistry and of
Thanks,
music in
babe.
general that it's like, you know, it's true.
Thanks.
With this, I wouldn't blow smoke up your ass for nothing. my love.
Honestly, I can't get help. I can't even get words out. I was gonna make a semen joke, guys.
Finish it.
You can't get any smoke up there because it's already full of semen.
Smoked roe on toast.
As OK Lou quietly
Do that to
plays out
us.
the speaker.
Don't. I can't remember what we were talking about, but I think this person's going to be okay.
It was a great question, and I think humbly we gave a pretty good answer.
I think so.
Is it okay? You've been playing the whole time.
No, I think it must be some playlist, but she's playing right now with Twigs.
That's so strange. Unless Bill's put BBC Six on downstairs.
No, it's been playing out of speaker the whole time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it won't pick up anyway because these are dynamic mics, but I didn't even notice.
Been paid off.
One more agony on.
Yes.
But before we get there, we'd like to thank Lagoon for being here.
It's such a pleasure.
Yeah,
So-
we'd absolutely thank you for being our first on-screen guest.
Yes.
Such a pleasure.
Honestly,
I'm honoured.
no, we're blessed
No,
to
we're
have
honoured.
you. When you
You've
said
been a
yes,
joy.
yeah, you've been an absolute joy,
Listen,
and we'd
it's
like to stay friends outside of this.
Listen, it's a testament to 3 people working in the creative industry in London with nothing else to do on a Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah. Can you tell them where to find you and where you'll be playing? Because we know that you're supporting the beautiful George Riley.
Yes.
Coming up, right?
So I've got a couple more. I'm doing a residency at this fancy hotel in Mayfair called the Chancery Rosewood over November and December. I'm doing 5 nights there, and I am really excited. I'm going to be supporting George Riley for her album launch at Colour Factory. It's me, Lil C. There's a fab special guest coming to play as well, who I'm sure George is going to announce. Afoma V is playing, incredible Afoma V. Kwame Dapper is playing under their DJ name, which I can't remember what it is, but Kwame's also fab. It's going to be at Colour Factory. George Riley's album is one of my favourite of the year.
So good.
On
Forever.
Private Life
So good.
rocks my
It's
world.
so clean.
We need to
The
get her-
production
we
is
need to get
so
her on the
clean.
pod.
Yeah, George, we need you.
No, George Riley. So that is on the 21st of November, I think. And then I'm going on tour at the beginning of next year, back in Australia.
Uh-oh.
There's
I
so
know.
many Australian listeners.
Winter Sun. Really?
Yeah, wake up.
Well,
It's our second...
Yeah.
Or maybe
London.
Ireland. Maybe it's third.
is it
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be coming to Australia again. Third time, my third and final time probably. I'm going to be going and doing a tour there. So I'm going to be in Sydney and Melbourne and maybe some other places too. And then going to go to Tokyo for a little bit and play some gigs in Tokyo and then come back.
Period.
So yeah.
Wow.
So that's where you can find me at lagoon.lurv on Instagram.
But also
Dollar.
Lagoon fucking hates DJing, so watch the space for what she does next.
What?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's going to be even better.
The long form.
Yeah, Lagoon long.
Lagoon dot long form. Wake it up.
Right, final agony aunt to close the day. I was in a sort of situationship for a few months since May. It was getting more serious until I went away on my solo travels with the idea I probably wouldn't be back for a while. Maybe 6 months or more. Seriously, as in I really thought we'd end up together. But then I decided to come back for Christmas and probably move home. Money doesn't go very far anymore. She came out to visit she came out with a friend to visit me in the last week. It had been feeling off for a couple of weeks prior to this. I was getting doubts and found like tiny things were just bothering me for no reason at all. I thought it was the right thing to do to tell her. It felt like a weight on my chest. When I told her, she was of course upset, but later admitted she'd been having doubts too. Although now I'm back on my own again for 6 more weeks of travelling, it all feels very scary and real. I don't know if I made the right decision, but it still hurts, and she asked to stop contact for a while. It hurts a lot, and I feel like maybe I rushed into saying things too soon. I don't know. I just feel a bit stupid and like this is all my fault, and this has caused me unnecessary pain. Anyway, thanks, guys. Love your music and podcast. You're a very talented and kind person.
People.
Oh, sorry?
That's what I mean, Luther.
Well, they did just say Sue, so I just made it. Do you need help on healing? Like, there wasn't really.
I'm a bit confused about what the question is.
Yeah, I don't think there was a question, but I think it's more like advice for.
I think I'll start with 2 things. It would be weird if you weren't having any doubts about a breakup. Let's start there.
Yeah.
You're also spending a lot of time alone because you're solo traveling.
Yeah.
So you're sitting with your thoughts a lot, and even though it's fun to travel and you might have loads of distractions, you also have a lot of alone room, probably in a hostel with some stinky Australian. So give yourself some grace there. And then the other thing is, you can always go back. People think it's it's either or.
Yeah.
And I'll say that about the person who was fucking. No, the person who was asking whether she should get a hospitality job or an industry job, not to
Always change
fucking,
it.
not to kill your. You can do both.
Yeah.
You can always do both.
Yeah,
It's never as
completely.
fine
Yeah.
as you think.
I'm a believer of time and place.
Mhm.
I'm a believer of putting things on a shelf
Yeah.
if things feel unfinished, and then picking them back up when timing feels right and you feel different or better. I'm also a big believer of taking long breaks from seeing people and spending
Period.
time sitting with yourself. I think that's so important. I think there is like such a kind of onus on like constantly having to be with somebody the whole time, and it's like, in fact, no.
Yeah.
Like, carefully select the people that you're around and when you spend your time with them and how you spend your time with them, and also take periods of time to like really reflect on what you want. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with like sitting in sadness. It's like, it obviously sucks, but at the same time, it's like those things are so crucial.
Yeah. I think also as well, like, you're solo traveling, like, turn off your phone and solo travel, babe.
Yeah, or you
Like,
know,
you're never going to get this experience again. Like, I don't get me wrong, I've yearned a good part of my life, and I've missed and I've loved, but babe, like, you might not get to travel there again. Like, what if you come back and get like a job in which you always wanted, and then you're stuck somewhere for 20 years?
yeah, completely. Also, like, I don't know what the gender or sexuality of this person is, but, you know, get on grid.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Get fucking.
Yeah. Be Leng.
Be
Yeah.
Leng.
Be the Lengest version
Be
of yourself.
internationally Leng.
Yeah.
There's no greater flex than that. You catch
Yeah.
flights, not feelings.
Yeah.
Like dates
Yeah.
in cities across the world,
Yeah.
meeting strangers,
Wake
going
it
to
up.
bars, having incredible, like, passionate one-night
Yeah.
stands and mini situationships with people who live 16,000 kilometers away.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? That's what life is all about. Grab life
Yeah.
by the balls, for God's sake.
You have
Yeah.
an infinite pool of
That's
Lengers
beautiful.
on your
Thanks.
doorstep,
Time.
and you're sitting in the hostel
Speaking
room.
Listen, I'm just saying, as a girl who has yearned internationally,
yeah.
once you then decide to pull the pin and go the other way,
Yeah. As someone who sucked and fucked internationally, Zooey has something
stamps
to say.
on that passport, honey.
There's some other stuff on it too.
Listen, call me. Oh, what's it called? Oh no, I was trying to make a mile high joke, but it didn't come in time. Anyway,
Yeah.
You killed it before.
Yeah,
anyway.
you ate it.
thanks.
But no, they have an infinite pool of Lengers on their doorstep, and
Yeah.
you shouldn't be twiddling your thumbs thinking about your ex in your hostel room.
No.
But also, it's been a few months. You're gonna have doubts.
Yeah.
This is not long enough to kind of, and don't text them how you're feeling.
No, put it
Sit
in
with
a,
it.
Put it in a beautiful, nice place on a shelf in your heart. Leave it there. Then be present in the world and enjoy the time away.
Yeah.
Wow, what a
And
wonderful
that's
note
been-
to end on.
Straight diva. Straight talking with Lagoon Diva.
Thank you so much for having
Thank
me.
you for coming on.
I'm honestly so honoured that you guys would
honestly,
ask.
we're gas.
Because obviously this is, you know, this is quite a sexy gig in
I know.
2025.
Oh, it's a goodie. It's a goodie.
It's a goodie.
Ooh.
No, there's a lot of people who are fuming they're not sitting where I am right now. So I'm
Period.
very
Uh-oh,
Wake it
that's
up.
our new issue.
And it's Laura.
yeah, and it's Laura.
And it's Laura. Bye.
Bye.